So not too long ago, I made a video about this girl crying because the standard of living is going down and the cost of living is going up. And there's this new video of another woman in Canada now talking about the cost of living. Now, for her, it's kind of different. You see, let's watch it first and then I'll talk more about it because we can go into the comment section.
I'm having a day. Or I'm having a life. I don't know, man. I just don't know what to do anymore. I'm sitting outside work, crying my eyes out in my vehicle. Because I can't function anymore. Financially, I don't understand anymore. I don't understand how I make $34 an hour and I can't function. I can't function. I can't pay my bills. I can't even literally keep gas in my car to get to work 3 days a week because I can't afford it. Like, I get paid and it goes to car, mortgage, a couple little bills, and then maybe $80 in food for the week. And I literally only buy groceries when my daughter's home now. On the weeks that she goes with her dad, which is Monday to Monday, what I've started doing is I buy a loaf of rye bread, and I work really hard to keep that one loaf of rye bread lasting me the whole week.
Alright, so now that we're done with that, you see, unlike the other girl, I call BS on this one. And that's because $34, right, an hour, a month she earns about $5,440. And yes, there is tax, right? And after tax, that is, I don't know, let's say it's 4K, alright? If you burn through 4K of living expenses, that's entirely your freaking problem, honestly. Because $5,444 is around 65K a year. And I've earned six figures before, right? I know exactly the amount of money I need and the exact amount of money that I don't need. I mean, I don't even make six figures anymore. And I probably make less money than her nowadays. But I'm still surviving, right? I mean, the problem is she doesn't know how to use her money. I mean, even if you made $1 million, you could burn all $1 million if you're buying jets and planes and everything else and say, you can't do this anymore. You see, I make less than her at this very moment. And not even half of what she makes, unfortunately. I mean, I used to make a lot more on YouTube. But it doesn't matter. I mean, I spend my money very well, and I have to take care of my mom, which is unfortunate. But, you know, I spend my money very well, and of course, I moved out, and I was able to buy a house with the money I made, and the mortgage is very little because every penny I made, I saved. All right, I watch my spending, and she talking about buying a loaf of bread. I think she has problems, right? And somewhere, like, if you're talking about, hey, you buy a loaf of bread and that's the only thing you're eating and you're trying to keep this loaf of bread, right? I think that's BS. There is no way somebody making $34 an hour is struggling that badly, all right? And she has a child, which is unfortunate for the child because she didn't think about the finances, and assuming she is a single mother, right? Because she didn't say anything about her husband making money, so I'm guessing she's a single mother. But she can't be struggling that badly, all right? Most people, if you were single, you'd probably make do with $34 an hour, right? It's just that you won't get the luxury that you want. But I do call BS on this video, because let me just try to click into it and see if I could find the original post with comments and stuff like that. Well, I made a comment already, so yeah, so here it is. How does one have trouble surviving on $34 an hour? She must have shopping addictions and need a financial advisor. That is very true, because I am a very, like, I know exactly what it costs, right, to survive. And like I was saying, I used to make a lot more money, and that money, right, let's say, I'll give you an example, right? Let's say I made $20,000 a month, all right? And I didn't make $20,000 a month every month. But let's say the top month that I ever made, right? There is absolutely no way you'd spend all $20,000 in that month. Well, I mean, there are people that could spend all $20,000 in that month. And that is because of who they are. And then there's people that could only spend, you know, $2,000 of that $20,000 a month. So, you know, the problem is herself. And there's nothing for me to pity, right? Because I'm pretty sure that the girl that was making under 40K, which is in the last video, she was being very honest. And I don't think this woman is being honest at all if she's making $34 an hour and she's struggling with bread. Right? You're telling me that you're trying to keep this bread on the table. Don't BS me. I've been shopping for the longest freaking time. Alright? I mean, a loaf of bread, you could buy for $2 or you could buy for $5. Right? When bread is on sale, it's about $2. Alright? I mean, when bread is not on sale, the highest quality bread, you could buy for like $10 too. So, you know, we're all talking about this bread. And it's not really the same bread, right? Because some people might like to buy the $20 bread. They just might like it, right? So I have simply no pity for this person, because I don't feel that she is genuine, and that her spending problem, she's trying to make it seem like it's a problem with the country. And I'm not saying there's no problem with the country. There's definitely problems in the country. But it's not like to the point where if you're making $34 an hour and you're like basically next to being homeless. I mean, she even has a mortgage, which literally means, hey, she has a house. She's not even renting. I mean, is she like burning her electric bills like crazy? Right? Think about it this way. The electric bill, right, depending on your house, it could be $70, which is how much I pay, or it can be $300, or it could be $1,000, right? I mean, it really depends on you. And at one point, my dad was paying $1,000 because what happened is that he was burning through electricity like crazy because he didn't insulate the house. He didn't like fix anything, and everything was just going in, and it cost, it costs money, or it costs electricity, and then every time that the electricity bill goes up, right, the bill goes up, and then the delivery fee goes up. So it's a double whammy. So I don't know what the hell is wrong with her, but honestly, she does not seem that genuine. Right, if you make $34 an hour, I'm pretty sure you will do fine as even a single mother, unless you're trying to buy your children Louis Vuitton or something like that, right? I mean, definitely she won't be struggling on buying bread, right? Unless you're buying $50 bread, right? And then you have your $60 champagne or steak or whatever. But it doesn't make absolute any sense to me, like financially, because I could literally pinch my pennies and just buy all freaking sale items, right? I mean, why don't you just buy sale items? Why do you have to buy the $50 bread? It's crazy. It's literally crazy. Anybody that tells me they spend that much money, I call BS, and I call BS on this.